Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. So today's video is another episode in my From Start to Finish Technical Analysis series. And this is our first requested episode, which is Stratis. This comment got 20 upvotes. And let's see who said this. We'll go ahead and go over to the YouTube here and check out this comment. This is pretty good stuff here. My channel. From Start to Finish TA. As you guys can see, our top comment is from Ben Kemish. I appreciate the comment, by the way. And he says, Stratis is my pick. It burnt me so hard, so I want my redemption. Well, I have good news for you. I think that you will get your redemption with Stratis. So let's get right into this technical analysis. I'm going to start with drawing my Fibonacci. So let's go ahead and grab Fib retracements. And this is when the volume really comes in here. So I'm considering down here the official break. And then as we can see, if we just draw our Fibonacci right off the bat, we do see a nice bounce off the 786 retracement, which is a really good spot if you're looking to buy stuff. If you can see, again, like the same with the Litecoin episode, which by the way, I'm still holding Litecoin, as you can see this flag formation, but also this triangle shape that comes down and bounces off the 786. That is a really good signal that I personally look for a lot. It's the 786 and the 618 bounce, and this one came right up to the 0.5. So this coin actually has a lot of good fundamentals, but as you guys know, I don't buy or sell based on fundamentals. I use chart patterns. But it is nice as an additional thing on top of a good long-term investment to have nice fundamentals, and that's what I personally believe is going on with Stratis, is that we have really good fundamentals. So if we can look at this trending support, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line right here down in the bottom left. Again, this is tradingview.com. For anybody that doesn't use it, you can go ahead and sign up and follow me also as well for my charts, Dallin_Anderson. Links in the description if you need. But if I can click here and I can draw this line up from where this trending spot is, this is trending up and it bounces every time it hits the bottom of this line, as you can see. So if I draw from when the bounces really happen up, we can kind of get this nice trend line formed here, which is major support. So I'm going to call this line major support. Major support trend. Oops. So here's our major support trend, which is really important. I look to buy on major support and a bounce off the 786 and 618 a lot. That's called buying the dip or buying the panic, because all of this is panic. So if we can just go ahead and draw this line, and then I just like to draw a line of resistance. So this would be resistance during the panic, and as you can see, we've actually broken out of descending resistance. So I can draw this right here, and then type in descending resistance. Cool. So we have descending resistance and major support. And then if we point out right here, I can take this, and again, charts will be in the description for this. Here's our breakout in descending resistance. That basically kind of confirms that this coin is going to keep moving on the upside. In my eyes, this is one of the best chart patterns and chart formations that you can use. Especially in crypto, this is really popping up everywhere and lots of different stuff. So if you can learn this, it can be very useful for you. The other thing is that according to an Elliott waves impulse, which is something that I'm still really getting the hang of in some ways. It's something that I haven't used as long in my trading strategies, but I have been finding very useful. If we do look at the Elliott impulse, I have information on that in my course. You can see that we've had a nice first impulse buy, secondary impulse buy, and then we have that third final impulse buy, and then an A, B, C retracement. So in my eyes, this has officially finished its Elliott impulse and it's ready for a new market cycle. So it's ready for another wave of emotions to set place. And I believe this first little pump here to be kind of the beginning of that wave of emotions playing out here in Stratis. So if we can go ahead and draw what might be a general trend line for this to follow, I like to come back here into the price history, and I like to find areas in the market where it moved a little bit up or down in the past. As you can see, there's kind of this bump right here in the market, so I'm going to go ahead and click just near this bump, just, you know, because usually these little bumps are kind of when channels start. So I'll explain what I mean. If I click right here and then kind of drag out to here, we may be kind of trending in a channel here, out and up with Stratis. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this line a little bit. It might be a little wider of a channel than I suspect. Something like that. So I think that Stratis should move nicely along this channel on the way up, which it's going to bounce up and down off support and resistance over and over and over before it really starts to take off. So you might see like it bounce up here, bounce right here, maybe even a fallback to like major support at some point. It's less likely. This one has a lot of buying support, so I would rather think that this one would actually start to pick up towards the top of this channel more, maybe break out of the channel, fall down. But ultimately, I see this going up past major resistance. So let's go ahead and draw a horizontal line at major resistance. Now I'm going to clean up some of my TA here, since a lot of these lines we really don't need. So I'm going to take this channel line out, since that was for explanation purposes, or just like educational purposes, that line. And then just kind of draw how I see this trend generally taking place. I think that it will follow this major trend area here from here out. So in my eyes, we'll just kind of bounce along support and resistance in Stratis, and then we'll come up to major resistance. So previous major resistance, in which case I would be expecting a nice break, because this one has a lot of buying support, and then the hype in cryptocurrency is very real right now. I am a strong believer in the bull market continuing from here based on my technical analysis and what I know about cryptocurrencies and markets. So in my eyes, this will continue on this bull run up out of descending resistance and head to the top here and possibly break. So we could see Stratis break all-time highs and up into new zones. So let's I'm going to double stack my fibs and look for what a new zone target would be. I would be taking profits if I was you guys. I would be taking profits around here at the top. You might want to sell what you've spent. That's usually a good thing to do, so that you can just leave like any profit in the coin to ride. It's called letting your winners ride. But right here at the major resistance, I would sell it at the 236 or the 0 here on major resistance. Here we go, descending resistance. Just cleaning up my TA here. I want to put my purple line of, oops. Just trying to make this look better. So there's our descending resistance line, our major support trend line. I do use the Stochastic RSI occasionally, which right now it's looking kind of weak on the daily. So again, that could be another reason that this pulls back a little bit more along this area and bounces between fibs. But I think that by September, it should really be pretty close up to previous highs. And that's generally just because the chart pattern says that things will pick up towards September and August. As you can see here, the trend is very strong. So as long as this trend continues, then it will trend up generally in this direction, be pretty close to the previous highs up at that point. So it kind of follows along nicely with some other things like people getting off summer vacation and stuff like that. But we'll kind of see how that plays out. I like to take off my 0.5 Fibonacci a lot because I don't use it very often. I generally see stuff just pass right through it. Right now there's a little pullback off of it, but major pushes and pulls off support and resistance generally happen in the 236, 382, 618, and 786 support and resistance zones. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this Fibonacci here and stack it. So if we can break major resistance, which is this purple line, then I would suspect Stratis to be stopping off and kind of taking a little break on its trend in the 236 range at 0.0081 Bitcoin. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that. Break major resistance. Then we will go to the 0.0082 range. So yeah, if we can break major resistance, then I see this going to 0.00820. So let me draw one more thing, one more text thing here. Oops. And I'm just going to call this major resistance so people understand what I mean by that. Oops, come on down. So yeah, this purple line is major resistance. This purple line is descending resistance. This one is major support trend. And we have a lot of buying support, a little weak again on the Stochastic RSI for the daily, so I expect a little volatility on the way up. But my personal thoughts on Stratis is that we do head up towards the 0.0046 range, which is previous major resistance, and then a high possibility of a break up towards the 0.00820 range. So that's how I personally do technical analysis on Stratis. I hope that you learned something in this video. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments below, obviously. And for the next video, go ahead and suggest a coin that you want me to check out. And next Monday, I will do from start to finish technical analysis on it. Again, charts for this in the description. This official chart you can go check later, see how it did, kind of see what my technical analysis was about. But yeah, this series is really all about us learning how to do technical analysis because it's a really important skill to understand and have. That's majority of my trading is based on technical analysis. Sometimes when I do long-term investments, I will add fundamentals as just additional criteria to the reason I would buy a long-term trade. But a lot of this short-term stuff, like a month or a week, then technical analysis is your best bet. So yep, I hope that you enjoyed this video. As always, stay profitable, and I will catch you guys in the next one.